Terry, the Browns are 0-3, but a decent game last week, probably a little bit better than we've seen, some improvement, with a very young quarterback.
If you were looking for a disaster game, this probably would have been it. I remember talking to Joe Thomas after the game about Cody Kessler's first series, which was he couldn't even get him set up upright, flag, delay game. Then he fumbled a snap, he recovered it, and then on the same series went back to pass, got hit and fumbled and lost it. And he said that Joe Thomas told me, he said, first of all, it was louder than they thought in New Stadium. So they went and sat down, and he goes, and I'm thinking, this is going to be a disaster, like just a fan would. And he said Kessler settled down after that and had, a respectable performance.
Right. I think one thing that was telling a little bit is that at the end of the game, they had used Pryor quite a bit early in the game and for parts of the third quarter. But when it came down to crunch time in the fourth quarter, that was almost exclusively with Kessler at quarterback.
I think Hugh Jackson was looking and see how's the rookie handling it. Trust me, he said there. Well, I think he started to show some trust in Kessler. They're not the Bible, but they come up with some interesting stats and look at things Pro Football Focus, and they rated Kessler very high for how he handled the pressure, primarily because other than the early turnover in the first series, he didn't throw any interceptions. He didn't look overwhelmed, and it was wise for Hugh Jackson to blend Pryor in. What that takes on the pressure off of Kessler. The remarkable thing to me is how Adam Gase and the Denver coaching staff seemed totally unprepared for Pryor. So that was a cool thing to see that. And then finally, Mike, you look at that game, and all the guys, even Joe Hayden not playing, and all these other guys hurt. And, I'm really looking at Media Guide on who is, Brian, Calhoun, Cody, and then I'm also looking up Doug L'Amour, who made the sack. I can't even get these guys' names right. And these guys are playing in crunch time. And the fact that all they got to do is kick a field goal and they win this game said quite a bit. I'll be curious to see what Kessler does this week against Washington because they have some tape on him. But for the first time out, it wasn't bad.